Welcome to the Mobile Journalism Awards. First, we want to announce the semi-finalists for the Best Documentary Film category. Best Documentary for the Mobile Journalism Awards are non-fiction stories, between 3 and 10 minutes in length on any topic. And of course, what separates these awards from perhaps other documentary film festivals is that we expect journalism ethics to be applied all the way along. But we do not want to stop anyone from being creative or pushing the boundaries of narrative exposition. So this is the official entry qualifications for Best Documentary. The competition received entries from around the world. The ones that you see in the video on demand theater at mobilejournalismawards.com today are from these countries. There are 14 films that were selected to be screened for this the second edition of the Mobile Journalism Awards. Just the first that we have some online networking, as well. So you can see that Best Documentary Film category is a challenging category for journalists to enter because they have to do things maybe they've never done before, like creating film posters in a specific format so that they can be screened on demand, just like if they were at a huge film festival like Berlinale. I am live from Berlin. Berlinale events do happen around my neighborhood, so it's my pleasure to share some of that scenery with you in these graphics. Now, the video on demand theater looks like this. You do need to be registered and online at mobilejournalismawards.com. They were having some technical problems. Hopefully those have been resolved by the time you see this. And don't worry, we'll be making them available otherwise at the Smart Film School if we can't get this to work today. There's always take two. 14 films from around the world are a powerful collection. They really need to be seen as a body of work. It's about a little bit, maybe the runtime's an hour, 15 minutes, hour, 20 minutes when you watch. All of these lenses from mobile journalists, people with smartphones, finding, capturing, killing, and sharing stories, right, in the cinematic medium. So it really is cinema journalism. You've got even entries from China. As far as what they can show, they show day in the life. Dominican Republic, Mexico, Chile, France, really all over the world. We've got prizes for those films that made the cut to be screened at this award. Every one of those filmmakers is going to get a $500 gift certificate from the Smart Film School. This competition is all volunteer run. I'm volunteering for the nonprofit. The nonprofit is raising money for Visual Journalism Scholarship. The sponsors are donating prizes to attract the best work, and we can't thank them and the partners that help us organize this focused competition on mobile journalism. The Scripps School of Journalism in particular, and Ohio University School of Film joined. That's what's really interesting about this competition, is that you get these synergies between the film school and the journalism school starting to talk together. American University, Cairo, the EFJ School of New Journalism, both in Paris and Bordeaux, Journalism Co.uk, Latin America, Mobile Journalism Congress, and we hope to attract some more. Through that partnership, we built a jury pool. And for this competition, these people were selected to judge the work. Kim Fox is a well-known multimedia professor at the Department of Journalism and Mass Comm at American University, Cairo. Marcela Kunova is editor-in-chief of Journalism Co.uk. Huge fan of Mojo, long been covering it and seen the best work at conferences around the world. Marta Mercado is a senior media development manager, former journalist, Thomson Reuters Foundation, one of the most premier journalism outlets out there. Bob Stewart, Director Emeritus, EW Scripps School of Journalism, Ohio University. I hope that you know that the judges don't get off easy, because I'm also a journalism professor. There's a rubric that we designed to look at the work, especially in the best documentary category, trying to be as quantitative as possible about the elements and the potential for storytelling. So these are those 14 films then get graded, basically. Now, we don't share the grades with filmmakers. We will maybe share some comments. But I do want you to know this is very rigorous competition, as all international competitions with journalism at the top should be. From that 14, we can announce today 2 films that are vying for the top spot. Basically, these filmmakers, all those filmmakers have won one prize. These 2 filmmakers and their films are now eligible for additional prizes, which we'll be announcing throughout the evening. I'm your host, Rob Montgomery, live in Berlin. We are live streaming on YouTube just to make sure that we can get this news out there in a way that works for you. The 2 semi-finalists are Utopia of the Outraged by Marcelo Lagreta in Chile and Capturing Time by Itzel Sarmientos in Mexico. And please forgive me if I have mispronounced your names. I do have friends who are Argentinian. I have traveled across Chile, but I really don't speak Spanish. Now, these 2 films are very, very powerful films. Again, I urge you to watch the entire collection for the festival to understand some of the larger themes that have come out from global reporting over the last year. Not just everything with lockdown, but everything with social justice as well, and human rights. So hopefully we can find out if maybe some of those filmmakers are in attendance in our virtual network, mobilejournalismawards.com. That's where you register. The platform for all of this happening on is Filmocracy. They're a sponsor. They made this possible. And look at this. You got roundtables. You can pop in and hang out with people. And we're going to do that. We're going to pop over to see if... Marcelo, are you there? I can say you can jump up on stage. If it's possible, you should be able to join here. I know that you were here early, and I am pleased to announce that you are one of the semi-finalists.
Hi, Rob.
What I guess this was the first award, so you're kind of the guinea pig, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, amazing. I can believe it. Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about what it took to make a film like this, a little bit about, for people who may not have seen it, just a brief synopsis.
Well, it was an impact social moment in Chile here at this, and I was taking photos for a media, but with a camera, a good camera, and a DSLR. But I don't know, I began to think maybe it's better if I take my iPhone and I become to be in the middle of the crowd, and maybe it feels different. And I began to use like I was in the middle of a big stage, and all is in front of me, I began to do a little dolly, and it's like a very big set in front of me, but it's a strange and I don't know, freak set, because it's not it's a little dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And later I became to
theater, you might say, that you were the violent stage. Yeah. So without giving too much away.
Yeah, because it was a very potential moment here in Chile, and I became to feel that. And I'm in the middle of this, and I say, okay, I have to do a documentary with this.
Yeah.
But
so you set out to do a documentary, and you decided to go with the smartphone for safety and for nimbleness. And
sorry, I maybe I have to speak a little slower in English. I'm talking Spanish. Yeah.
You can give a shout out to everyone in Chile and all your Spanish-speaking friends. Go ahead.
No, ¿en español puedo hablar? No, I don't think so. It's not very good. But can you repeat me the question? I'm a little nervous. You said.
Oh yeah. So it sounds like what you were reacting to what the scene that was going on in Santiago during the lockdown and with the crackdowns, and your response was with mobile, with the smartphone.
Yeah.
Like that was the best tool.
Yeah, I think it's the best tool because I was in the middle of this. In the middle, and it's different if you have a Zoom or you don't have in the skin. The cell phone lets you be in the middle of, and the people don't feel like you are in the middle with a big camera. No, you can capture the moment with different sense. I think with the mobile is part of our lives all the time now, and the people don't say, "Oh, they are shooting me. They are shooting something." I think this is what I use.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and yes and no. Sometimes you can blend in, but it does help you just look like any other person, which is plain clothes, street style photo. It really comes back to photojournalism. The best photojournalists that I used to work with at the newspapers, they were like flies on the wall. When they're on, you never know they're around, and they blend in, and they're doing it with big cameras. And so, that is a skill. That is a real skill.
Yeah, you are saying better than me.
I am native English, so
that's the idea.
Thank you so much. And good luck in the next round. If you watch at the end, we're going to be doing every top of the hour here, another category, and we're going to come back to Best Documentary and congratulate you and Itzel. And let's see what as it moves through the competition, who will win more prizes. Well, you'll definitely win more prizes as a semi-finalist, so you're guaranteed at least one more prize.
I'm very happy. I'm not thinking in the prizes, I'm thinking I'm very happy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, everyone's a winner. If your film was selected, really it was a really, really good field of entries this year, so we're really proud to have you. Thank you
so much. Bye.
Okay.
See you.
Thank you, my friend. So if you're just joining us, this is the Mobile Journalism Awards. And there is a press room with updates and FAQ about everything about the call to entry. You do need to register if you want to take part in the live networking and the on-demand screening room. You can learn more at mobilejournalismawards.com. This is the on-demand screening room set up for the best documentary category, what we were talking about in announcing the semi-finalists. I'm Rob Montgomery, live in Berlin, and I'll see you again at the top of the hour. We got the right slideshow queued up now. Welcome to live television, y'all. That's the right title screen. Scary music from Berlin. Yes, Rob Montgomery live in Berlin, where we are going to be presenting now the Innovation Prize. This is the second segment at the top of every hour at the Mojo Awards, #Mojo Awards. You will find a new announcement. And this is an amazing opportunity to talk a little bit about what this particular category is and who is sponsoring it. The Innovation Prize is not a film category. You're not supposed to enter a documentary, a news report, a social video, web series, webisodes, anything like that, podcast, anything you've produced as a piece of journalism. But what you're supposed to do is submit a video that explains a project, something that uses innovation methodologies to either uncover explore a new possibility or solve a problem. This can be everything from coding a new app to creatively exploiting student mojos to cover a multi-day event, or tackle enormous problems that have happened with news reporting or with disasters or everything combined, and you succeeded or you learned something valuable. Doesn't have to be, the experiments don't have to always win to be valuable. Sometimes we can learn a lot when they don't, such as this. We are learning a lot by working with sponsors like LumaTouch, like Rhodes, Smart Film School, Moondog Labs, Filmocracy, IK Multimedia, ShoulderPod, and Shure. And we're able to actually do this because of Filmocracy's tech platform. And the prizes that we're getting from sponsors are amazing. So it's worth it to go through all the process of putting your work out there, going through the Film Freeway platform to submit it, putting your stuff in front of some of top journalists in the world to be judged. And with the understanding that, of course, these people have real journalism credentials, they're directors of journalism schools, editors-in-chief. They work with media development around the world. It's a really international collection. And so we had some really cool innovation enters. And I'm always a little worried. I was like, is anyone going to be innovating with Mojo? And it always turns out that there's, it seems to, in the first 2 years, there's always someone's work that just exactly fits the bill. And we're really proud today to announce that the winner of the Innovation Prize is Leonor Suarez from Spain. And here is the video that she submitted that explains her project, so you'll know what all this is about.
Hi, my name is Leonor Suarez. I am a journalist. I run a news weekly show for the public television of Asturias in Spain. We produce long-form stories on current affairs. We put the stories in context, delivering in-depth information. When the first lockdown started back in March 2020, my colleagues and me started producing the show from home. Queremos saber cómo estás viviendo esta cuarentena y para eso te pedimos que nos cuentes tu historia. Para ponértelo fácil, sigue estos consejos básicos. Para empezar, lávate las manos y a continuación limpia la cámara que vas a utilizar para grabar el vídeo. La imagen saldrá mucho más nítida. Most people we wanted to interview were also locked at home, so we started asking people to film themselves and send us the videos. That's how we could keep the show on air. But I realized something was missing. People answered the questions we had previously sent them, but we didn't have the opportunity to re-ask, to make new questions based on their answers. Also, sometimes the technical quality of the video was not good, or the B-roll we asked for was not exactly what we needed to tell the story. So we wish we could be virtually present in the shooting, and that's exactly what we decided to do.
Venga, componemos el plano y empezamos y damos a grabar, ¿vale? Cada pregunta en un clip.
We involve, when possible, a second person at home with its own smartphone. And we turn that person into an assistant. So we had already two people, the assistant and the interviewee, and therefore two smartphones, because each person had one. So we told them to use one for filming and the other one to communicate with us during the filming. Then we made a video call with the assistant and coached him live on how to compose, frame, and light the video. Once the technical aspects were solved, we kept the video call active during the shooting to be able to ask the questions directly, listen to the answers, and make additional questions when necessary. Then we asked them to send us the raw clips, and we edit and finish the work at home with professional standards. This was a solution we put into practice whenever the circumstances allow us to do so. This helped us to produce COVID-related stories following the standards of the show, no matter where the story took place or in which situation the person we wanted to interview was. In addition to this, my colleagues and me at Asturias Semanal anchor the program from home, filming ourselves with our Mojo kits, editing the stories entirely on iPad or in laptops, and sending them to the station to be post-produced and aired. This way, mainly from home, we produce 15 one-hour shows from March to the end of June. Throughout 2020 and so far, we kept on using the phones along with the traditional cameras that we use as a first choice to film those stories we consider more suitable for mobile tools in terms of flexibility, safety, and discretion. That's to say, some stories at hospital, nursing homes, or onboard COVID ambulances. Y nos cuenta su historia.
¿Y estás sola en casa? Sí. Sola porque mis hijos, tengo los pelos, están como yo. Vinieron a pierna y cogímoslo todos. ¿Están toda la familia con el COVID? Y mis hijos están a UCI. ¿Y mejora? Pues no lo sé, porque hay que estar estable. Ay, Dios mío. Decíanlo yo, no vengáis, no vengáis. Pero claro. ¿Quitan una mascarilla en casa? Sí, bueno que sí.
We did this because in such situations, smartphones have proved to be a useful, reliable, and suitable choice.
How awesome is that? Hey, I can't believe you're doing long-form documentaries. I'm just wondering, Leonor, are you in the audience? Are you here at the virtual event? If so, you can click to join me on stage here and just say congratulations. Looks like she's popping up.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Thank you very much. Hello. How are you? I'm really happy, Leonor. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy to share your story. We've got an international following. We've got, you show LumaFusion as your professional solution from home. The developers are also here in attendance, and we'll be presenting another prize. I finished on mobile. You probably could have won that one too.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more. What's the reaction since? This was last year coming into this year. I mean, is this now your first layer, or how do you guys do it? How do you feel about it now, the Mojo workflow?
You mean about the Mojo as a tool for being able to do this? You mean that?
After the pandemic, now that the pandemic is winding down, I know it's still here, but less emergency, less urgent. Yeah.
Yeah, but things are now better. Yeah, we are entering summer, and the vaccination is really good. It's going well, so things are relaxing now. But we still need to be careful, and there are some things that we learned and we got used to the pandemic in terms of working that we are still keeping. And one of those things are, how powerful are the Mojo tools to produce our jobs, our show. Part of my colleagues, first of all, I want to thank you for the prize on behalf of my team, of my colleagues, because thanks to them, it was possible to do this, and it was possible to get this prize. But I was saying that part of them are still working from home and using mobile tools along with other traditional tools. So we learned during the pandemic that we have powerful tools at home, and they allow us to do our job very similar to what we do when we are at the newsroom. So I think that's something that we will never forget, and that's something that we will be profiting from now and in the future. That was maybe the only good thing that came from the pandemic.
It really broke down the walls. You really had no choice but to work in this way, and then it became wow, that's just the way we can do it. It's just another way. And I think that's what a lot of us that do this is like, it's just another way. It may be the first way. Or Marcello was talking before about his movie. It was probably the safest way or the most immediate, immersive way. Having the lens that you have in your hand, the reporter's notebook, the style of it affects your observation. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think for you were saying before that we like broke the barriers, and apart from being able to do that, we were able to go even farther, because before the pandemic we never rely on people to say, please film yourself and send me the stuff, because you didn't imagine you could do that. So that way you missed a lot of valuable sources. And now we have discovered that people have powerful tools at their homes. So you just need to coach them, to explain them what you need and show them how they can do it, and send it to you. And then you have you can reach people that you never reached before, because they live far away, or you don't have the logistic to produce a story. So and another thing we realize is that people are really eager to learn. So when you ask someone who has nothing to do with journalism to film himself and send you the story so you can do the story with that stuff, they really want to learn. They ask you for advice, and they want to cooperate. So that's great for us, because we push the limits. We have now more, we are able to reach people, to reach sources. In terms of journalism, we were not able before, and we were not able because we didn't think that was possible. Not because we didn't have the tools or the technological means. It's just a question of break the borders of your mind.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a really wonderful outcome, that this also enabled a deeper connection with your community and facilitated more organic and authentic storytelling, stories you wouldn't get even if you had correspondents in all those villages. Now you have a broader network, and all you had to do was bring some old school. So there's some training. Let's just train you on some basics. I love how you show them to wipe the lens. That's what we've been showing them, right? That's what we have to show reporters.
Yeah, that's really important. It's so basic, but it's so important because you can notice the difference. When sometimes people say, I have a really good phone, but have a look to this. The pictures are really bad. And I say, just clean the lens and you will be surprised. No, it's like very basic, and it makes a lot. So yeah.
Really cool. Yes, you have the honor. Yes, you have a team. And yes, we have sponsors, including Spanish sponsors.
Oh,
so
wow.
Is going to go. This is coming to you in your studio. Okay.
Great. Thank you very much. They are really good friends also. So thanks to Enrique Frisancho and Ana Maria Vicens. They are really nice, and they are always very generous. So thank you very much to them.
You can always use another one, even if you have one, right? So.
Yeah, no, but for my team, it's great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Leonor, and congratulations once again for the Mobile Journalism Awards.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that's it from my side. I just wanted to remind people that I'm doing this as a one-man show here in my studio in Berlin. So if there's little technical glitches, don't be so hard on me. And so we just need to figure out how to stop presenting, and I'll stop presenting. This is Rob Montgomery at the Mobile Journalism Awards. We're going to be back at the top of the hour with our next award presentation, and we're going to have a couple of the stars from the founder of one of the co-founders of Luma Fusion app, the founder of a company called Luma Touch in Seattle, and Josh Holland is joining as well. Greetings, everyone, and this is a show produced live from Berlin. I'm your host, Rob Montgomery. We are at the category announcement Finished on Mobile. One of the top prizes is awarded in this category to a single winner, but there are going to be two films that we're going to honor in this presentation. Welcome to the Mojo Awards. That's hashtag Mojo Awards. All across Twitter, we've been talking about this, and we have been able to get some really special guests that I'm going to introduce in just a second. That was going to help us, help me as the royal we present this award. So what is Finished on Mobile? Finished on Mobile is a really unique category in the film festival world and in the journalism world. It means 100% mobile, from soup to nuts, from A to Z, mobile. No laptops, no desktops. That's kind of the key, right? And we've been able to attract some really cool sponsors with the Mojo Awards and developing categories like Finished on Mobile. People have responded. A couple of years ago when we were pitching this, Terry from Luma Touch said, yeah, we can get behind that. In fact, we'll sponsor with iPad, because that really works with our concept. And, sponsor after sponsor have stepped up this year. Filmocracy really came to the fore just last week saying, hey, we can add some live networking. Now we're trying to make that go. We're doing this as a live test. It's no big deal. We're also trying to live stream this, and this should be live streamed to YouTube. But in case it's not, fear not. We also have a recording running, and I can see we're at 2 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock. So the tech has been a little buggy, but we're still there. The prizes, I can tell you, are going to be amazing. We've got wireless Go mics. We've got shoulder pod gear as well. So everyone's a winner here at the Mojo Awards if you've made it this far and your name has been mentioned. So that's really going right to the heart of where we're going to be with our partners and expanding this and trying to bring in more journalism groups and more journalism organizations to help us find cool categories like Finished on Mobile. Now, I would like to bring to the stage, if I could, a couple of VIPs from Luma Touch. Are you guys there, and are you able to join? Oh, hey.
Hello. Hi, this is Josh Holland, and I'm Terry Morgan. And we're very excited about this category. I mean, to us, it means that you can completely do your project on mobile, means that you don't have to run back home. You don't have to bring a bunch of heavy equipment with you. And it really exemplifies the whole idea of being able to edit anywhere, edit early, edit often, and get your project done wherever you are. And it also makes filmmaking on mobile very affordable for most people anyway. So we're very excited about this category.
Yeah, some of us spent $1,000 to buy Final Cut Pro, 14 years ago. What's LumaFusion cost? $29.95, and you get some extra upgrade packs if you want to unlock even more pro features. It's like it's not even in the same league. It's amazing.
Yeah, we like that model. We don't feel like editing is something that you should have to subscribe to or pay every month just to do. We like the idea of some young person coming along and paying $30 for an app and making the next really meaningful film. And so we're totally behind that idea.
Yeah, well, as a mobile journalism instructor, I'm totally behind that, as well as people like me. We're trying to get the most with the less. We're trying to tell big stories with small cameras. And, I was putting your methodology to test last week as I was literally editing on a volcano as I was filming a documentary. Now, so, hey, I'm the guy who will be willing to try it out and figure out what works and doesn't. And your guys' stuff works. What also worked were two stories from two journalists not too far apart from each other. There's Philip Bromwell, who's known to many in the Mojo community for Radio Television Ireland, with a short feature cultural story called Painted from the Rooftops. And David Williams, a community reporter in United Kingdom, with Welshpool starts its fight back against COVID-19, something a little newsier. And this is what often happens in editorial competitions. It's a little bit different. If you've never been to journalism conferences and seen or judged, editorial, there's a lot of gnawing of teeth about, yeah, but that story was easy. But yeah, but this story is difficult. But this is rough. But this is smooth. And it's always this tug of war. And at the end, really, the judges were kind of split. And it was like, could it go either way? So really, we wanted to honor both. We're going to screen both, and then we're going to present the winner. Hey, you guys go back to the floor. I'm gonna roll up first with Rooftops. Is that good? Thanks. And we're going to bring you back on stage to present. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find that button.
With lockdown, like everybody else, wasn't allowed to venture outside the door, basically. When I have that freedom that I would normally have, I got a bit frustrated. Anyway, the wife says, maybe you should go on the roof and paint. So I took her advice and came up. Not being able to paint is like, it'll be torture. So getting up here in many ways was my savior. For me, it was like the birds were whistling, there was no traffic. I'd look over the edge here and people waving up to me, getting my attention. They'd be going like, well done, keep it up. So there was this kind of, the man is on the roof again, as one guy said. I wouldn't be painting Dublin these months, like this time in the summertime. I'd be either in Croatia, Italy or France, which I was invited to those places this summer to paint. And then to Berlin, getting ready for my show. So I wouldn't have been in Dublin, I would have been gone. So in many ways, I got familiar with Dublin again. There was a great throwback from it that I wasn't expecting. People commissioned me to do paintings of like a particular building or their house or wherever else, or they might just want to buy a picture I had. But they were kind of like zooming in on the pictures that I painted in the lockdown, and they wanted a picture that was painted at that time to mark the occasion. They said this is history in the making, and they wanted, but also it was to make them feel good, that there was a feel-good factor in it, in the sense of they had a piece of art coming into their lives, which I find myself as an artist even, it enriches your life. In a dark time for people, to bring that light into their lives, it's important as well.
So there you go. You got your own title card plug there at the end. Completely original storytelling from Philip Bromwell. And now we'll move to David Welshpool.
Welshpool has been the gateway to mid-Wales for centuries, but following 3 waves of COVID-19, it has also been the hardest hit community in North Powys. Since the first positive case was reported on March the 11th last year, 3 known outbreaks have led to 186 positive cases over the last 10 months. But today, Welshpool started its fight back.
Hi, I'm just calling from Welshpool Medical Centre wondering if you'd like to book in for your COVID jab.
Starting with the 75 to 79 age group, Welshpool Medical Centre vaccinated an impressive 106 people on day 1.
First day, it's gone very well. We're really encouraged. Patients seem very pleased. We've got a system set up, hopefully, where people come in, have the vaccines and go safely. We're really pleased to have started today. It's obviously going to be a long process over the next few weeks, but it seems to be running very well at the moment.
The COVID-19 has taught us not to expect things to go to plan, with the weekend snow bringing a further set of challenges.
Yeah, it's made it difficult. We've had a few patients who haven't been able to come in for their vaccines. We've been able to get people on a very short notice cancellation list, so no vaccines have been wasted. And the people who haven't been able to come in have been made new appointments, so they will definitely get their vaccines as soon as possible.
But the question that many are asking in the lower priority groups is, when can we expect the rest of us to get our vaccines?
We're being instructed from the health board, who in turn are being instructed by the Welsh Assembly Government. There's a very set order for people having vaccinations, but no one will be missed. And as soon as the groups have been sort of cleared, once we've done one group, we'll be working our way down to the next one. So everyone definitely will be contacted and will receive a vaccine in due course.
So, okay. Hey, I thought it was pretty cool that you might like to see. I'm actually screening all this from an iPad. So made on mobile, that's something we believe here. We eat it, we chew it. And I would like to invite Terry and Josh back to the stage. Dave, if you're in the room, Philip, if you're in the room, we've got an announcement to make. Basically, you both are winners. No one's going to go home empty-handed. And you know, it's amazing when you make one category and you just say all types of story formats are allowed. You know, a news package like we saw from Dave, or you know, an observational personality profile like we saw from Philip. They're very different story forms, but both had a really super local angle, which is, I think, what resonated very strongly with the judges. Yeah. So guys, if you're there, we're at the point where we can do the slide, and the winner is, Josh, Terry, who wants to do it?
Josh. I'll go ahead and do it. So the winner is Philip Bromwell. Congratulations, Philip. We're happy to award you this iPad. Philip's work has always been one of the top kind of end of what people can do on mobile. Even watching his last film there, it really brought to life the kind of stories you can craft using LumaFusion and just your smartphone. So congratulations, Philip. We'll be in touch with how. Yeah,
congrats, Philip. And thanks. I guess he's not here now. I did have a note from him earlier that he may not be able to attend. He's had something pop up that he would have attended. So thanks. And we're going to save this recording. We're going to make sure everyone knows. We're going to shout it from the rooftops that you won with Paint It from the Rooftops. Okay.
Congratulations to both the semi-finalists and congratulations, Philip.
Oh, yeah. So Dave, you're going to get your choice of one of these. You know, you're going to get your choice. Don't worry. We're going to take care of you. And thanks for entering the Mobile Journalism Awards. I know that he wasn't even doing mobile journalism 6 months ago. So
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what both of them did.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Cheers. We're going to be doing if you guys could head back to the floor. I'm just going to let a little program announcement, let everyone know that we will be back at the top of the next hour with our premiere presentation, Best Documentary. We will be showing both films. Thanks. I'm Ron McCormick, the Smart Film School. These are the Mobile Journalism Awards. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Rob Montgomery, and this is take 2 of Best Documentary. We're going to try this again, and I've got an old friend who's going to help me with the presentation, Philip Bromwell, who missed accepting his speech. And Philip, if you could jump up on stage here. You missed accepting the Finished on Mobile prize for Paint It from the Rooftops. And we wanted to congratulate you for that. In the flesh, Joshua Holland accepted on your behalf. So you're going to have to take it up with Josh, how you're going to get your iPad. But I can give you a clue. You will not pay customs duty on it. It will not be shipped from the U.S.
Right. Okay. That's thank you very much. And apologies. As I've explained, I had a good excuse.
Yeah.
I was getting my vaccine.
Number 2,
so,
I suppose.
Number 2. So,
yeah.
And unfortunately, even the Mobile Journalism Awards couldn't stop me getting vaccine number 2. But
nearly. It took technical difficulties on our side to bring order to the world. So, it's a one-man show here from Berlin, live from Berlin, just like you saw in my little sequence. It is actually dark now here. But it's bright and sunny all the way on the West Coast where we had LumaFusion, and we've got the producers, the sponsors here, Filmocracy. I was just talking with the founder when you came on, and we're trying to say, hey, what's going on? What's going wrong? Is there anything I can help you with? Really great support. So we're really thankful for all of our sponsors and thankful to you. Congratulations. If you want to hang around, that'd be great. You know, there's that lounge area. You can have a seat, watch the show, chat when we come back off.
I shall retire to the lounge. Thanks for having me.
It's taking me back to the floor, but it should be the lounge, actually. Thank you, Phil.
Bye. Bye.
And I'll take myself off screen as well, since I'm much more comfortable behind the camera and with camera switchers and slides that I can touch here. Basically, this exists because people said yes. Sponsors like LumaTouch, Rode, Smart Film School, Moondog Lab, ShoulderPod, Shure, IK Multimedia, Filmocracy said, hey, that's a great idea. It's really challenging to think about mobile journalism as documentary film, but we like the intersection. We like the innovation. We like people who are doing things that are a little bit different. And, well, they came to the right place. Prizes that they have donated, more than $10,000 worth. Got to tell you guys, the response has been amazing. And I'm sure we'll attract even more sponsors. But you should be aware, this stuff is the good stuff. You know, no one's whose films have been named here tonight is going home without some kind of cool prize, whether it's a shoulder pod, wireless go, iRig. Yeah, they all were amazing. And so we really want to thank them for that. But also the partners who really built the back end, the fabric of the Mobile Journalism Awards, the Mojo Awards, came about through conversations and outreach with the Scripps School of Journalism, the director of journalism there, Bob Stewart, now emeritus director, and School of Film at Ohio University. He had the idea to bring all the departments of his school together and say, we should involve the School of Film. And and other departments that are doing media, because what you're doing is a really cool intersection. American University Cairo felt the same way, Paris, London, Latin America. And, we would welcome more partners to join this, because we really think students would be awesome to work with on finding the best documentary each year. The best mobile journalism is in these awards. There are 14 films that really need to be viewed as 1 hour, 15-minute long film, because they are 15 different lenses from at least 12 different countries. They are amazing. They're short films, so they don't take a lot of time, but you can bounce around. There's even one from China. It's a view. It's a home visit. Dominican Republic, something that's a little more advocacy, that's a little more edgier. There's a lot to consider to get to this point, 14 films. And then to apply the rubric, because what those partners do is they provide us with a panel of judges. And so we have this pool of judges that include very experienced professional journalism educators, professional editors, like Marta Mercado from Thomson Reuters Foundation, like Marcella Canova from journalismco.uk, like Kim Fox from American University Cairo, and Bob Stewart. They were the judges this year. And I don't make their task easy. As a professor myself, I have a grading rubric, 10 points. A lot of them are very quantitative, not so much, and so it gives them a chance to score each of those 14 films. And at the end of the day, 2 films were tied. They were tied. They were within 1/10 of a point, tied. So what do? You have to honor both, but so both are being honored, and I would like to show them and share them with you. They both come from one from Mexico and another from Chile, right? So I'd like you to meet the director. I think you might be a little bit surprised. She's a journalism student, a comm student in Mexico, and her film, Capturing Time.
Hi, my name is Itzel Sarmientos. I'm from Mexico, and my documentary is Capturing Time. I believe that the cell phone is a tool that can be used in many ways. With the cell phone, which is a tool that we carry with us most of the time, it is possible to document what is happening around us. In the pandemic, I only count with my cell phone to do my filming, but the cell phone was like a camera, and it was a communication tool. And that is how I managed to create a work team with my mobile device. See you in the edition of this film festival.
Mi primera marcha fue cuando me di cuenta que estas protestas eran poesía en acción y que tenían que ser documentadas no por la prensa, sino que las que marchaban, por las que estuvimos ahí.
Me dijo que las mujeres no podían hacer fotoperiodismo. Recuerdo la primera vez que me prestaron una cámara reflex.
Y pues yo comencé a documentar el movimiento por esta marcha.
Bueno, ¿cuál es mi nombre? Me llamo Elizabeth Díaz, soy de Ciudad Nezahualcóyotl, Estado de México.
Mi nombre es Alejandra René Novero Lugo. Soy nacida en San Diego y criada en Tijuana.
Me llamo Aurita Andewi del Rosario Ramírez, soy de la Ciudad de México.
Soy Victoria, soy fotógrafa y soy de Morelia.
¿Hasta qué manera hay esas barreras, ¿no? Como de dignificar a una persona que está sufriendo?
Pues creo que el movimiento feminista, como el impacto que tuvo, creo que no decayó. Si nos remontamos a los inicios de la pandemia.
A pesar de que la pandemia detuvo muchas movilizaciones a nivel internacional, creo que se pudo dar como un movimiento dentro de las redes sociales. Entonces como que estos lugares, ¿no? Las redes sociales creo que permiten generar un clima de debate y también de acuerpamiento de alguna forma.
Había muchísimas cosas como datos, casos, muchas cosas que tenían que tener difusión.
La llevaron. O sea, esto es injusto, es nuestro derecho de protestar. Acá hay otra morra también. ¿Dónde están cuando nos violan? ¿Dónde están cuando nos matan?
Y no podía evitar fotografiarlas, documentar nuestra lucha desde nuestra perspectiva.
Han habido un acuerpamiento muy fuerte de mujeres que están tratando de hacer cosas, ¿no?
Las convocatorias siguieron, no pararon, fueron en vía streaming. Vinieron, por ejemplo, las mamás de víctimas, ¿no? de feminicidio a enfrente del Palacio Nacional a hacer un paro. Pese a que hubo una pandemia, sí hubo una lucha todavía constante. También lo de la CNDH sobre la ocupa, que estuvo a partir de que una madre se encerró adentro y decidieron tomarla, ¿no? en forma de protesta, y de qué otra manera no se puede protestar en pandemia, ¿no? Si tal vez hasta encerrarse en un edificio es todavía mucho más subversivo.
Y pues una fecha importante creo que puede ser la marcha que fue justamente para exigir justicia por Jessica. Hay una foto que tomé de una chica que está sentada enfrente del fuego. Ella simplemente llegó y se sentó ahí. Yo lo tomé como que ese era su modo de protesta.
La marcha por el aborto en Veracruz, que también replicó acá en la Ciudad de México, y una convocatoria un poco grande.
Todas estas violencias también se pueden ver en redes sociales.
Las acciones que hubo en redes sociales en torno al movimiento feminista representó para mí un soporte, un apoyo. Me di cuenta que quiero contar mi historia.
Esto de la pandemia y las redes sociales, pues claro que tiene un impacto. Si lo hacen en una ciudad, que no solamente llegue a toda esa ciudad, sino que también llega a ese país y a otros lados del mundo.
Pero ahora con toda la ola, pues con esta cuarta ola de la que tanto hablan, ¿no? del feminismo, creo que también ha ayudado mucho a eso, ¿no? A como darnos oportunidad de tener espacios.
Nosotras somos la cuarta ola.
So let's meet Marcelo.
Hello, I'm Marcelo Lagrese, director of the Utopia of the Outrage. I'm very glad and happy to be part of the Mobile Journalism Award. Thank you very much. Using the mobile in this documentary helps me a lot. The cell phone is part of our lives, and it's not the same if you are in the middle of the crowd with a big camera than if you are using your cell phone. If you can use the cell phone in a cinematic way, it could be a very powerful tool. The cell phone lets you construct a better relationship between the people and you. I remember I was in the middle of the crowd and said, look, this set is amazing. Everything happens here. It only depends on my point of view. And the cell phone let you capture this moment in a more natural way. And I think the footage will reflect more fresh things, and in a documentary is a very important thing. Thank you very much again, and my best wishes for the festival. Bye bye.
So I spoke with Marcello earlier. I don't know if he's still around. I hope he is. Really delightful filming. He's so thrilled. He was so nervous. He was like, oh my God, this is really so exciting. I did bring him on stage earlier when it was announced from the 14 films to the 2. And he was one of the 2. He, like I said, he's already been on stage to accept being this semi-finalist. So check that out. That video is also going to be on my YouTube. We'll put it, the collection of stuff, of course, as season 2 of the Mojo Awards, probably in a smart film school free course that you can just watch. Yeah. And enjoy the work. But just imagine they had to translate everything into English from Spanish. They had to make posters, everything that goes into doing documentary, even with mobile phones, you still have to do. So that's what makes this category so difficult. The bar is so high. And it is really, really cool to showcase this work. And, you know, if Itzel, you are in the audience, if Marcello, you're in the audience, I'd like to bring you guys up and let you know you're going to win some prizes, okay? You're going to win some prizes. You can just join the stage here and look, the judges, like I said, they loved both stories, but they had to give the edge. The edge went to Itzel. So I hope that you'll accept and enjoy and celebrate both of these films and the wonderful filmmakers who made them. And Philip, if you're there, maybe I could put you into service to an accept award that's not yours. How about that?
I'm delighted to accept an award that's not mine. And I'm sorry I couldn't accept the award that was mine.
Yeah, right.
But look, I mean, I think just looking at the range of films that were in that category, first of all, the geography that category covers is really quite incredible. That it shows the global reach of this, and for someone like me who's been in mobile journalism, mobile film, always really exciting and encouraging and really interesting just to see the range of talent that there is, where these guys are, the kind of films they're making. And I think we'd all agree that this is a continuing learning process. It is for us all, educators, practitioners, and I think, you know, what I will do post ceremony is go and look at films, because there'll be stuff there that I will definitely learn from and be intrigued by and be enthused by. Yeah. And I just think it's fantastic. And obviously, you know, it's all from her the preamble speech. Clearly, mobile has been a game changer for her as a filmmaker. And again, you know, when I speak about mobile journalism and mobile filmmaking, that's what you want to do. You want to empower people. You want to empower people to tell stories, to make films, to use the technology that they have. And so for these guys to be honored in these awards, for me, it's just really exciting and a further endorsement as to why we're all in this. You know, we're all in it to create, to make films, to tell stories, and to, I guess, share our knowledge and exchange ideas. And so for me, 2 guys there, I'm not aware of their work, but to be sure, I'll be going to investigate it post ceremony.
Thank you. Yes. So I do encourage you and to follow the hashtag Mojo Awards for all updates. So when we are able to share that material, it's just easy with one search. You can get the latest. Thanks to our sponsors. Thank you, Philip. I'm glad you came back from the vax all in one piece. And hopefully you'll be entering again next year.
Thank you.
That's it from me. This has been the Mobile Journalism Awards. You don't need to see my face. You just need to remember Mojo. It's everywhere you go. And you can tell a story with a small camera. You can even tell really, really big stories. And that's the fun. Thanks so much. I'm Rama Karmi in Berlin, and I am fading to black.